Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brent, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the M1 Finance Dividend Growth Portfolio. We're going to go ahead and take a look at its overall performance. What are the top 3 winners, top 3 losers? Take a look at the 1 week performance in comparison to the main 3 indexes. How do we perform and compare it to them? We're going to take a look at the activity as far as what we bought last week. Take a look at the performance of what we had purchased. Did it go up? Did it go down? And we are buying one company here on Monday. That's my main focus. That is going ex-dividend on Tuesday. It's also been one that I slightly started to average into a bit more. So we're going to go ahead and cover that one in today's video as we quickly purchase it up. And then if you guys have any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm going to be going over a video here shortly, going over Merrill Edge. My VTI, I had 200 shares or so, and that got assigned out on August 25th. They got assigned away. So that was a VTI monthly strategy that was pretty risky as far as, trying to predict covered calls on a monthly basis. And going forward, I went ahead and going with a SPY strategy with just buying S&P 500 SPY and doing a weekly strategy of doing covered calls, percentage wise to the upside with a minimal amount of risk to get my options assigned away. So we'll go ahead and cover that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, if you guys are brand new here, haven't yet subscribed, go down below, hit the blue button to subscribe, make it great, hit the bell to be notified every time I release a brand new video. And of course, give this video a thumbs up, make it blue, and let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to go ahead and start off by taking a look at stock futures. Not a lot of things happening at the moment. It's Sunday, it's 10:30 Pacific time here in Oregon, so there's still 8 hours until the market opens, and right now it could fluctuate to be either negative or positive. Now, taking a look at the M1 Finance portfolio, this is our Roth IRA. This is essentially our dividend growth portfolio. This is my wife's portfolio that we started for her about 3.5 years ago, and it's grown to be, here shortly it's going to be breaking 40,000. So that is a really crazy amount of performance there within the Roth IRA, just within the time frame that she's had it. Now, we haven't been invested in these crazy companies, the YOLO companies with AMD, General Electric, many others out there. We've been mainly sticking to the dividend growth style. We're looking for companies that are dividend paying, that have solid fundamentals behind them with capital appreciation. They have solid growth, they have growing revenue, growing net income earnings. All of this is pushing for the company overall growing, and that in turn causes their share price to go up. So our top 3 performers, let's go look. We're looking at overall. Now we're looking at top 3 performers. We have Apple, Lowe's, and Main Street Capital. So Apple, this is one, way back when I took profits on, and has continued to grow. You can see that our gain there is 1,300, whereas the value of this one is a little over 1,600. That means that I had initially pulled out a good chunk of the initial equity and had just left it with mostly gains, combining gains on top of it. So thinking way back when, should I have taken profits on Apple? No, but I did, and here it is today. Now, we have a number of positions that are in the green. We can go scrolling through here slowly. I post a link down in the comment section generally to my portfolio. So if I'm forgetting it down there, just give me a comment letting me know, hey, your portfolio link, do you mind sharing it? And I have no problem posting my link down there. And we can see that we do have a few positions that are in the negative at the moment. Colgate, right there, second from the bottom, down 8.53. Clorox down, this is incorrect. This is showing down 42.52%. Now we put in 2,000. If this was down 42%, it'd be down in the $1,200, $1,100 range versus being down just slightly here. So no biggie there. Hormel Foods and Merck, and all 4 of these positions are positions that we started adding into here recently in 2021. So no sort of hurt. These are still positions that I'm kind of building up to be about 2,000. Hormel Foods, I'll be building that up to about 2,000. Colgate to about 2,000 and so. And then in between, as positions kind of come down, such as Lockheed Martin, slightly pulled back recently. This has been one that I have been averaging into recently, and this is actually one that is going ex-dividend on Tuesday that I do plan to buy just a little bit more of. I may not target the entire amount, but we shall see here towards the end. So that is the overall performance, up 77.06. If we take a look at the 1 week performance here, we can see that we are down for the week. So if we take a look at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 put up a 1.52% gain there, breaking out to near all-time highs, just 3 or 4 points away. The Dow Jones went up 0.96%. The NASDAQ is up a whopping 2.82%. So that tells me right there that something within the portfolio heavily underperformed the rest of the market. So here, if we go ahead and sort this out, we'll take a look at our best performers. We're in the finance, JP Morgan, number 1, Cisco. This is not finance. None of these are finance here. We have actual, number of different sectors here. So JPM number 1, Cisco Corp number 2, Avery Dennison number 3. These are in the 5 to 3% positive versus our negative. You can see that there's a number of negative down here. Nothing crazy. I expected to have, some down 5 or 10% down here. But actually really nothing negative. It just kind of balanced itself out between the positive and the negative. Pfizer down 3.24%. So this is one I took profits on Monday. They had been high and flying for quite a while. And I figured, what? They've already have a lot of their growth put into what they're kind of going. They got FDA approval recently with their shot. I'll just take a little bit of profits and move that equity elsewhere. Here they took a little bit of a dip, completely normal for them. So Pfizer down a little bit there on the week. Underperformers there, Walmart, Merck, and Pfizer. Interesting to have both of these down for the week. So we definitely had a mixture of green and red, essentially putting us flat for the week, down 0.03%. We did go through a few ex-dividends, which will get paid out in the future here, roughly $17.95. And then market gain wise, we're down $28 on the week. Okay, so jumping over into the activity. Again, we talked a little bit about what we sold. We completely sold out of Simon Property Group here. We sold all of our shares here, $863 worth. We also took profits there on Pfizer, removed $570. We put that $570 in that $863 plus the dividends and the equity that we added last week. And we targeted Merck, which was down this past week. Lockheed Martin, I didn't take a look at whether that was positive or negative, and Colgate. So Colgate and Lockheed, how do they do during the week? I didn't really take a look here. Where is Lockheed? Go ahead and sort this. Okay, and I could just type it in here, LMT. So Lockheed Martin was up 1.39%. Merck, MRK, was down 3.06%. And we have, Colgate right there, down 1.66%. So 2 positives, one positive, 2 negative there on the week as far as our recent buys, but completely normal. So we're not really investing for the week or on a monthly basis. I like to do these just to kind of keep track of my portfolio. So we've gone through the overall, we've gone through the 1 week, we've gone through some of the activity. We didn't actually get any dividends last week. So not a single dividend. And then once we sold out of SPG and Pfizer, I went ahead and completely cut that position from my portfolio by going in and editing it and removing it. That caused $5.50 to get traded out, just kind of removed. And then we have a deposit there of $201.42. So with $201.42 in the excess amount from Simon Property Group, we have a total cash balance of $206.95. So that is what we're going to be investing with today. Now, as far as companies that are coming up on ex-dividend, we do have Lockheed Martin coming up on ex-dividend on Tuesday, Avery Dennison on Tuesday as well, and Realty Income. So we have 3 positions that are coming up on ex-dividend here on Tuesday. Avery Dennison, I think this is one that has been really performing pretty well. I think that's up near the top. Avery right there, 127.82% to the positive. And Lockheed Martin is the one that I do want to kind of buy a bit more of. It's not in a it's not in any sort of suppressed, like heavily down at the moment. We'll go ahead and take a look here. But here, when we're buying it here, we're buying it roughly with a 2.82% starting yield. We can see that the 4-year average yield is 2.37, so it's slightly higher, trailing current yield, trailing 12 months. Its CAGR here, its 5-year dividend growth rate is at a 9.26, and its 3-year growth rate's at a 9.26. So 9.26 on the 3-year, 9.6 on the 5-year. So overall, you know, if we're using the rule of 72 here, so if you divide your percentages here by 72, so 72, we'll just say take 9. We'll just say 9. Our dividend, whatever dividend that Lockheed Martin is paying us at this moment, by averaging into it, eventually, just with their current growth rate from their dividend, if they continue to grow it every year by 9.some%, within the next 8 years, our dividend should double just within this company alone. And that doesn't take into account the dividend growth that this company will have as well. So Lockheed Martin here, if we go ahead and punch that one in, we take a look at their current price, and we'll take a look at their current trading here. We'll take a look at their 200-day, 50-day moving average here. We'll take a look at the 1 year. So here we can see that they fell down, didn't quite hit that 350. Let's go ahead and just look at the 3 ones. This will be a little bit easier. So blue line here is the 50-day moving average. They had some good movement here. We can see, let's go back. Let's just look at the 1 year here. So here, rolled over, short term went down under that 200-day long term, death cross. Caused share price to fall down quite a bit. Here we started to see a nice movement with Lockheed Martin picking back up. Golden cross took place here, 50-day cross over the 200-day, maintained it for quite a while, lost momentum. I still see that they had some contracts get initiated with Lockheed. They're growing their revenue, net income. They just posted their earnings here not too long ago. Actually, I think they expected to move forward, or they're raising their guidance. They're staying within their guidance for the year from when I remembered reading about their earnings here, their recent earnings. So here, while they may not show any sort of support in this range, I guess this may be support way back here in November of 2020. That could be acting as some sort of support in that range. We can see that it did bounce right around 360, and it looks to be breaking. This 365 may act as some resistance, but if it can break back through it and maintain that growth back up, I don't see any reason why Lockheed Martin would have any sort of issues at this moment. I know we've covered this one quite a few times here on the channel. We looked at their earnings, I think 2 weeks ago during our buys. And here, if we look at the 10-year here on its revenue just continuing to move just nice and smooth. Net income, this is, I guess you don't really see the growth there with these charts. But what I can actually do here is just go ahead and punch these in and then take a look at the percentage wise. And this will just show you how much they're growing over that 10-year period. So revenue in the purple up 4.2% on average per year. Net income growing 14.3% on average per year. And their earnings, so every year their earnings are increasing by roughly 20.2%. So if we were to go and look for articles on recent news on Lockheed Martin, which Seeking Alpha kind of does that. If you kind of click on to these, if you go into Lockheed Martin and you scroll down here, you'll see that, you know, Lockheed Martin is a no-brainer at these prices. It goes over how they just, there should be an article in here kind of going over how they won. Lockheed Martin defense win surges to 6.1 billion. And yeah, so a lot of positive articles. It looks like the article that I had read recently about their contract here isn't there, but you know, there's always constant news flowing through for Lockheed Martin. So I think Lockheed Martin right now is a good long-term buy. I don't really have anything else in mind as far as, you know, new companies into the portfolio, so I'm not going to be looking at a whole lot at the moment. So what we're going to do here is head over into the M1 Finance. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Lockheed. We're going to go ahead and just put in our total amounts here of $206.95. Go ahead and punch that in and confirm. and done and done. So that is essentially it for this video. Let me know down in the comment section below if there's any other questions from you guys, if you guys are buying or selling any specific companies. I'm going to be putting out another poll here probably today or tomorrow. You know, we're on the last 2 days of August. We have Monday and Tuesday, and then we're into September already. So based off our last poll, you know, pretty positive looking here on our weekly. We're taking a look at a weekly, you know, is the market going to be going positive or negative? More than likely. We had 14 votes here. Majority here had positive between up 1% to 2%. So that took that 50% gain right there. We were 50% more likely to either end flat or higher than flat versus negative. So that looked out to be true. I will put out another poll here. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think September will be like. Generally, September's pretty negative, but you know, anything can happen. 2021, that seems to be the theme. So thank you all for tuning in. If you have any comments or questions, again, drop them down in the comment section below. But otherwise, if you are brand new, remember to hit the subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.